are a Christian mom of a middle schooler and you feel like your influence is slipping, like your child is pulling away, like other voices are getting louder than yours, it's not too late. In this video, I'm going to show you how to reclaim your influence during these pivotal middle school years in your child's life without pushing your child away. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why influence shifts in the middle school years and what you must do to protect it. Maybe this feels a little familiar. Your child used to tell you everything. Now conversations are shorter. You get one-word answers. They care more about what their friends think than about what you say. You want to give them freedom, but you also feel the quiet pressure, like if you step back, you might lose something you can never get back. And spiritually, it can feel confusing. You don't want to push. You do not want to overreact. You know this stage of the middle school years matters. And here's the hard truth. If we ignore these middle school years, one voice will gladly step in. And over time, your influence wouldn't dramatically disappear. It would just drift quietly away. But here's where we're going. I'm going to show you 3 things that will transform your home during the middle school years. Number 1, what's really happening beneath the surface. The second thing I'm going to show you is the one belief upgrade that protects your influence. And the third thing is a simple biblical framework that helps you rebuild connection without losing control. By the end, you won't just understand the problem, you'll have and know exactly how to respond. By the way, if we haven't met, my name is Ann, your faith mom mentor, and for 3 decades, I've had the privilege of helping families know God deeply and lead their children with confidence. And I am so glad you're here. The middle school years is not just another stage. It's a transfer stage. By middle school, identity isn't just forming, it's stabilizing. Beliefs are becoming personal. Loyalties are becoming internal, and patterns are beginning to solidify. Your children are asking, who am I? Where do I belong? Whose voice matters? And here's what's critical. Influence doesn't disappear dramatically. It transfers gradually. And this is the allegiance shift, not rebellion, realignment. Think about it like this. When your child was little, you were their world. Now, their world is expanding. Friends matter more. Screens speak louder. Opinions are multiplied. If there is no intentional anchor during this window, loyalty drifts toward the loudest voice. And it's not because you failed. It's because development demands leadership. So here's the question. Are you intentionally guiding that shift transfer or passively watching it happen? You don't need to panic, but you do need awareness because awareness creates urgency and urgency creates action. This is exactly why I created a practical guide, because understanding that shift transfer is one thing, knowing how to respond intentionally is another. If this is already helping you see the middle school years differently and that middle school stage differently, would you take a second and hit the like button? And when you do, it helps other Christian moms that are feeling exhausted. It helps us build a community of faith-filled moms who are choosing to lead intentionally. You see, in early childhood, structure is natural, but in the middle school years, many parents just pull back too quickly. We tell ourselves they need space. This is just a phase. I don't want to push too hard. But here's the truth. Neutral influence does not exist. If you don't actively disciple your child, culture will. Not because culture is stronger, but because culture is louder. Imagine sending your child into a strong current of water and saying, I taught you how to swim when you were 6. You'll be fine. Middle school is that strong current. Their beliefs are forming, their identity is stabilizing, their allegiances are solidifying, and your silence communicates permission. This is not about control. It's about stewardship. God entrusted you with that child, gave you that child, and your influence is not accidental. It's assigned by God. And that realization alone changes your posture. And that is where most moms feel stuck. They understand it matters, but they don't know what intentional leadership actually looks like in real life. That's what the guide I've created walks you through step by step. And if this conversation is resonating, I've also identified some other resources that will help you strengthen your child's faith during the transitional season of the middle school years. And I'll link that series at the end. Research consistently shows that between the ages of 8 and 12, children are deciding foundational beliefs. By early adolescent, core identity patterns are forming, not fully locked in, but strongly shaped. Spiritually, this is when faith becomes personal or fades. Respect becomes internal or resistant. Trust becomes deepened or distant. Think of middle school like wet cement. You can still shape it, but it won't stay soft forever. You may wonder if it's too late for you and your family. And I can assure you it's not. It's not too late, but it is time sensitive. You do not need to overhaul your entire home overnight. You need intentional direction, because if you don't shape this season in your child's life, something else will. And if you want ongoing encouragement and practical biblical guidance for raising faith-filled kids, make sure you subscribe. This channel is for Christian moms who want to lead their homes intentionally. And when you subscribe, you're joining a growing community of women who are choosing faith over fear. In this video, I wanted you to understand why this stage matters so much, why influence shifts, and why passivity backfires, why this window is pivotal. But understanding the why isn't enough. You need structure. You need a plan. You need practical guidance that shows you exactly what to do next without pushing your child away. That's where the guide comes in. Understand why this matters is powerful, but without structure, urgency fades. That's why I created a step-by-step guide that shows you exactly how to help your child in this season, intentionally help them without pushing your child away. In the ebook, you will find the step-by-step structure for rebuilding influence, for practical rhythms you can implement immediately, and ways to bring scripture back into your everyday life naturally, how to strengthen trust instead of straining it, and how to lead with calm confidence instead of fear. It's not more theory, it's practical direction. Let's come back to where we started. You don't want to lose your influence. You don't want your child's allegiance to quietly drift away. You want to be the voice that is teaching your child faith. And here's the good news. It's not too late. You are not powerless. This stage isn't a countdown to disconnection. It's an invitation to intentional leadership. Let me say that again. This stage of the middle school years is an invitation to intentional leadership. The key belief upgrade is this: influence doesn't disappear, it transfers. And the middle school years is the transfer window where you can hold on. You don't have to passively let culture take your child. You can intentionally be the voice your child listens to and can have allegiance to. It's not about controlling your child. It's about stewardship. It's about understanding that this season requires purpose and not panic. Here's the first step. Don't try to fix everything tonight. Instead, make a decision. Decide that you will lead this season on purpose, not reactively, not emotionally, but intentionally. That decision changes your posture, and posture changes the outcome. And if you're ready to move from understanding the why to actually implementing the how, I created something for you. It's called Time, Truth, trust, reclaiming your role as a godly influence in your middle schooler's life. Inside, I showed you exactly how to rebuild connection, restore biblical truth in daily life, and strengthen trust so your voice carries weight and is louder than the culture. This isn't just encouragement, it's structure, it's practical direction, it's the roadmap for this transfer window. If you're serious about staying the primary influence spiritually in your child's life, don't wait. Download this guide today. The link is in the description. Start leading this season intentionally because your child is still listening to you and this window is still open. Now is the time. It is truly my pleasure to be your faith mom mentor, and I am honored to walk this journey with you.